2 years ago, I had $800 in my bank account. Not $800 saved. $800 total. That was everything. I also had $12,000 in credit card debt, a salary of $60,000, and a very convincing story I kept telling myself about why saving money just wasn't possible for someone like me. Cost of living is too high. Bills are too high. There's just nothing left at the end of the month. Sound familiar? Here's what changed everything. And it wasn't getting a raise. You know that feeling? Payday hits your account, and for a moment, you feel like you're finally ahead. But then a week or two passes, you check your balance, and you're hit with that familiar, sinking question. Where did it all go? It's like financial amnesia. I lived in that cycle for years, trying every budgeting trick in the book. But the shift that actually worked for me wasn't about restriction at all. It was about deciding, in advance, where every single dollar was going to go before I even had the chance to spend it. This isn't about tracking what you already spent. That's just documenting your failure. This isn't about feeling guilty after the fact. This is about deciding before. That one change in perspective is worth more than any budgeting app or complicated spreadsheet you'll ever use because it puts you back in control. So, here's where to start, and this is the most important part. Don't change anything yet. Seriously, not one thing. For the next 30 days, your only job is to become a detective. Track every single dollar you spend, every coffee, every subscription, every random Amazon purchase at 11 p.m. Write it down, use a notes app, whatever it takes. There is no judgment. There are no changes. This is purely about awareness. You're gathering intelligence on your own habits. Because here's what happens, and I've seen this with almost everyone who tries it. By about day 14, you're horrified. And it's not because you're spending on huge, extravagant things. It's because you're witnessing a death by 1,000 cuts. It's the $14 here, the $23 there, a subscription you completely forgot about, a daily habit you didn't realize had such a steep price tag. For me, it was food delivery. I was spending $340 a month having food brought to my door. When I did the math, I realized that was over $4,000 a year. On convenience. Now, I'm not saying you can't spend on convenience. I'm saying you have to know what you're paying for it, look at the number, and consciously decide if it's truly worth it to you. Most people are not making that decision consciously. Their money just disappears into a fog of small, unexamined choices. Okay, so after a month of building awareness, it's time to install the operating system for your money. This isn't a vague philosophy. It's a concrete framework called the 50-30-20 rule. It's popular for a reason. It's simple, proven, and most importantly, repeatable month after month. Here's how it breaks down. First, 50% of your take-home pay goes to your absolute needs. These are the non-negotiables: your rent or mortgage, essential utilities, groceries, and transportation to work, the things you must pay to live. Next, 30% is allocated for your wants. This is the fun stuff: dining out, entertainment, travel, hobbies, that new gadget you've been eyeing. This is your lifestyle budget. And the final, most critical 20% goes directly to savings and debt payoff. This part is non-negotiable. It comes off the top, before anything else. This is you paying your future self first. Let's make it real. On a $60,000 salary, your take-home pay is roughly $5,000 a month after taxes. Using the rule, that means $1,000 a month goes straight to savings, every single month, before you even think about paying a bill or buying a coffee. The percentages scale. If you make $45,000, your take-home might be closer to $3,200. Your 20% savings target is still the priority, now at $640 per month. The system adapts. Now, here's the part most people hear but fail to execute. You must automate it completely. The day your paycheck hits, set up an automatic transfer to move that 20% to a separate high-yield savings account, not your regular checking account. A completely separate one you don't look at daily. Out of sight, out of mind, and most importantly, out of easy reach. You will not miss what you never see in your main account. It becomes invisible. I know that sounds almost too simple to work, but removing your own willpower from the day-to-day financial equation is the single biggest upgrade you can possibly make. It's about designing a system that succeeds even when you're tired or tempted. Willpower runs out. Automation doesn't. Now, before you can even think about saving $1,000 a month, you have to stop the bleeding. For most of us, our hard-earned cash is quietly draining away through small, unnoticed leaks. It's death by 1,000 cuts. This isn't about sacrifice. It's about reclaiming money that's already yours. I went through my own finances with a fine-tooth comb, and I found 4 major culprits that were costing me hundreds. Number 1, subscriptions. Go through your bank statement right now and count every recurring charge. The average person has 12 subscriptions and actively uses only 4. That's 8 services you're paying for and getting nothing from. Cancel everything you haven't used in the last 30 days. No excuses. That's often $80–150 freed up immediately. Number 2, food delivery. I'm not talking about eating out less, but how you get the food. The markup on delivery apps is a staggering 30–40% above restaurant prices. You even add the service fee, delivery fee, and tip. Eating the exact same meal, but picking it up yourself can easily save you $100–200 a month. Number 3, insurance. Most people set it and forget it, and insurance companies love that. Call your car and home insurance providers once a year. Tell them you're shopping around and ask for a better rate. Loyalty is rarely rewarded as much as the threat of leaving. I saved $180 a year in one 20-minute phone call. Number 4, bank fees. Overdraft charges, monthly maintenance, out-of-network ATM fees. These are pure profit for the bank and a total loss for you. Check your last few statements. If you see any fees, call your bank and ask them to waive them. Then switch to a no-fee online bank or credit union. This could save you another $20 to $50 a month. 4 leaks. That's potentially $300–400 a month freed up without changing your lifestyle one bit. You're not eating out less or canceling movie nights. You're just being smarter about where your money goes. Let's talk numbers. $1,000 a month saved wants $12,000 a year. $12,000 a year for 2 years won $24,000. But here's where it gets interesting. Put that $1,000 a month into a high-yield savings account at 4–5% interest, and your money starts working while you sleep. After 2 years, closer to $25,500. After 4 years, over $52,000. That's your emergency fund, your house down payment, your investment starter pack, all from one habit on a $60,000 salary. And once you hit your savings target, that $1,000 a month goes into index funds. Now you're not just saving, you're building wealth. That's the jump most people never make, from saving to investing. And it starts with this exact system. Here's what I want you to do today, not this week, today. Open a new bank account, separate from your main one. Most online banks are free and take 10 minutes to set up. Name it something that means something to you. Freedom Fund, Future Account. Whatever makes you feel something when you see it. Set up an automatic transfer for whatever you can manage right now, even $200, even $100. The amount matters less than the habit, because 2 years from now, you're going to look at that account and wonder why you didn't start sooner. I did. And I went from $800 in my account to $50,000 saved. Same job, same city, same salary. The only thing that changed was the system. Subscribe for the next video, because next week we're talking about exactly where to put that money once you've saved it.